Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Have a seat, madam.
Thank you, sir.
Amit Meena,
Yes, sir.
please introduce yourself.
So I am Amit Meena. I come from Bara district of Rajasthan. I have done my BTech in Civil Engineering from IIT Delhi, and my hobbies include beta testing of video games, going for walks, and as an extracurricular activity, I have been a volunteer for creating awareness about child sexual harassment. And recently, sir, I got allocated into the Indian Revenue Service, Customs and Indirect Taxes.
Still under training. You are under training right now.
Sorry, sir, I have taken EUL.
Acha, okay. See, you have been mathematics. You have been a science student all through,
Yes, sir.
and you have done some great work in mathematics.
Yes, I have.
Gold medal in SOF International Mathematics Olympiad. Tell me, is mathematics a science? If so, why? If not, why?
So, in my opinion, mathematics is the basis of science because mathematics provides us with objectivity, and all the science, all the facts or the theories that are there are based upon the factual information that is provided by maths and the solutions that are provided by maths.
Good, good. You come from Rajasthan, right?
Yes, sir.
And it is known as state of princes, place of princes. But you see, the princely states were there all over India, not only in Rajasthan, in Punjab also, the Patiala and all that, UP also, Madhya Pradesh, everywhere in the whole country, princely states were there. Why we call this place only as a place of princes, Rajasthan?
So one of the reasons is related to the Rajputana kingdom that was there, because there were several kingdoms in the state of Rajasthan that were related to the Rajputs. However, sir, I am not exactly sure about the complete reason.
The Chola kingdom in south, much bigger.
Yes, sir.
Chola kingdom in south.
Sorry, sir, but I am not exactly
Maratha
sure.
kingdom, kind of warriors they were.
Yes, sir.
Why Rajasthan only?
I'm extremely sorry, sir, but I'm not exactly aware about that.
Okay. You have worked some wonderful thing in this child sexual harassment awareness campaign, right? What is POSH? Have you heard of it? Or should I tell you the full form first?
So POSH is the act brought in by the Government of India in 2013. It relates to Prevention of Sexual Harassment at Workplaces Act.
Good. What does it say? What are the formulas for POSH? What do we do? Prevention of sexual harassment at work. Whose sexual harassment?
So as per the POSH Act, it is not a general neutral act. It is only specifically for women, and it ensures that the safety and the modesty of women is protected at the workplaces. So it ensures that all the organizations that are there, they must have an internal complaints committee for reporting any such instances of sexual harassment that are there, sir. And based upon the reportings of such cases, strict action can be taken against the perpetrators.
Even private also?
Yes.
Private also will have to have this?
Yes, sir. As per a limit of the number of members of a particular organization, they must have an internal complaint.
They must have internal complaint cell. Okay, good. Now, tell me what is the core issue between the fighting Ukraine and Russia? Core issue. They are brothers earlier, same country, same thing. Something has happened. What has happened?
So in the recent past, the growing closeness of NATO with
Who? Russia?
With Ukraine, sir.
Ukraine, achha.
Yes. So that has led to Russia becoming more proactive in the region so as to ensure their national security as well as border security.
How
because if NATO allies come very close to Russia, then that will be a threat for the security of Russia.
Achha, okay. What do you expect from Trump after 20th of January, after tomorrow, when he takes oath? For India, what is your take on that? You are already into service and all this, must be reading all through. What do we expect from him after tomorrow?
So in my opinion, I think that the policies relating to India would be in favor of India, sir. Because firstly, there are talks regarding technology transfer that are ongoing, and it would help in that regard. Secondly, sir, the investments, both outward and inflow of investment of FDI and FPI, that would also be boosted. And thirdly, sir, the issue regarding immigration and H-1B visa. In the recent past, it has been seen that Trump is also trying to support that all the intellectuals that are boosting the economy of USA, they must be given the H-1B visa, sir. So I think that all these factors are in favor of India.
In favor. Okay, thank you. Good answer.
Yes. Hello, Amit.
Yes, sir.
So it says that you are already chosen for service earlier.
Yes, sir.
Indian Revenue Service, Customs and Indirect Taxes. Okay. So at present, the government of India is receiving revenue more from whether it is direct taxes or indirect taxes. Which proportion wise?
So recently it was seen that almost equal amount of taxes were received from both indirect taxes and direct taxes. However, sir, in the earlier it was mostly that the indirect taxes were higher rather than the direct taxes, sir.
And at present, whether it is direct taxes more than
So-
indirect taxes?
As per the last budget that was there, sir, it was almost completely equal, but I'm not exactly aware about the data, sir.
Okay, recent data says it is 57% from the direct taxes.
Okay, sir, I'll read about it, sir.
Okay, you have mentioned here your hobby is walking. Why specifically walking?
So because hobby is any activity that one does in a leisure time and enjoys doing it. So I like to go for walks in evening time. It also helps me connect with my family members, because that is the only time that both my parents go for walk with me. And also, sir, it helps in ensuring that we have a clear mind and a thought process that is there, sir.
Why not in morning?
So mostly in morning, sir, because my father has to go for office at an early time and mother is also busy, so I generally do not go for walks in the morning, sir.
You have also mentioned here that you have done awareness camp regarding child sexual harassment. Whether it was during your graduation?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It started during my graduation,
Okay.
but sir, I have continued taking participation in awareness campaigns, sir.
So, what are the reasons behind child sexual harassment in our society?
So, firstly, the reason is because talking about sexual harassment or sex in general is considered a taboo in our society, and it is looked from a point of stigma, sir. So, people are not made aware about it, and especially the children are not exactly sure about such issues. So, sir, there is a requirement for ensuring that the children as well as the parents get to know about good touch, bad touch, and how a child is feeling regarding any uncomfortable situation that he is put in. And based upon that, sir, the issues can be solved. And secondly, sir, another issue as per the NCRB, most of the cases, around 95% of the cases that are registered under the POXO Act, it has been seen that the perpetrator is a person known to the victim, sir. So that is another issue, that people or the parents are not exactly aware about how a child is being treated by the neighbors or someone from their family, sir.
And even if they know, they are not ready to accept it.
Yes,
Don't you
sir.
think so?
Yes, sir. The social stigma that is related to the issue
Yes.
is a big problem.
You mentioned that POXO Act, right?
Yes.
What is the full form?
So it is the Protection of Children from Sexual Offences Act.
You know, there is one, let's say, provision there that children under a particular age, they will be considered as children as a definition. What is that age limit?
So it is 18 years of age, sir.
What is the most unique provision of this POXO Act, according to you?
So it is the gender neutrality of the act, sir, because it helps in ensuring that both boys and girls of the age below the age of 18 are covered under the acts.
You have also mentioned here beta testing of video games. What does it mean?
So beta testing is the process when a particular application or a software or a game is being developed. Right before its release, it is released to a few limited amount of people where they play the game and test out different variations of the game and try to find out the bugs and glitches that are there in the game and report it back to the developers. So after the release, the general public do not face such issues.
So it's not related to your professional experience or education, whether you are pursuing it separately.
Yes, I do it in my free time. So because I liked playing video games.
So on one hand, we generally see the trend that children are largely, nowadays are playing indoor games, and we need to promote the outdoor games. What do you think that which one should be promoted? You are interested in video games here. That's why I'm asking this question.
Yes, sir, it has been seen that a growing trend is emerging where people or children are mostly focusing on indoor games. However, sir, I think that there is a need for ensuring that outdoor games are also given priority because that helps in ensuring our physical health. Because during our growth years, mostly in adolescence, it is important that the physical health of the child is ensured.
Amit,
Yes,
how are you doing?
so I'm fine, sir.
Okay, Amit, you were saying that video games are in trends, okay? And you too also play video games.
Yes, sir.
What are the harmful effects of video games?
So, firstly, the addictiveness of video games that is there. Secondly, sir, it is also causing problems regarding mental health because people are becoming addicted to video games and not focusing on other extracurricular activities that are there. Thirdly, sir, it has been seen that due to video games, there is a huge economic loss that is happening in recent times because children are spending a large amount of money on trying to buy in-game items that are there without the permission of the parents. Fourthly, sir, it also leads to bullying or cyberbullying of children because there is no age restriction as such, and anonymity factor is also there in video games.
So you're part of something which is, promoting or what do you say, making children to get addicted. You know, is it healthy to do that?
So I think that
So you are being part of that, now you are just doing this beta testing.
Yes.
You're making things finer, you're making things more addictive in nature, isn't it? By improving that video games.
Yes, sir, it is
So
true
it's
to a
very
certain
contradictory in nature, isn't it?
Yes, it is true to a
How
certain
will you
extent.
defend that?
So, firstly, I would like to mention that anything like video games or watching movies or a web series, all of these must be considered as a leisure activity. And the main priority of all these things is to ensure that the person who is using that particular game or watching a particular movie is enjoying that. So, based upon that,
But
sir,
you are making it, addictive. Have you heard about gaming disorder?
yes, sir. So, as per the WHO, it has mentioned that gaming for a very long time is becoming a mental disorder. Sir.
Okay. You participated in NSS.
Yes, sir.
What is your idea of service?
Sorry, sir.
What is your idea of service?
Sir, in my opinion, service is anything that.
Okay, let me reframe the question again. Why did you join NSS?
Sir, during my college days. Sir.
Why? What was the reason behind it?
So one of the reasons was that out of the three, there are three options that we are given. Either it is NSS, another one is national sports that is there, and another one is NCC. We'll have to do one of them compulsorily. And secondly, sir, looking at all the three options, I thought that NSS was the one that intrigued me the most, and I was most attracted to it because it helped in ensuring that we get to help the society as such. Because there are various examples or various acts that we do, like winter collection drive or
Just
awareness
one or two times maybe, once in a year.
No, sir, it is not like that. It is around 200 hours that we have to give in our graduation.
Okay. So what did you do exactly in that?
So different activities like blood donation camps were organized. Secondly, awareness campaigns were organized.
How many times did you donate your blood?
Sorry, sir, but I was not eligible to donate blood during my college days because my weight was below average. Sir.
Okay, fine. So your hobby is walking as well.
Yes, sir.
What are the different kind of types of walking?
So one is strolling, that is moving about at a very slow pace. Secondly, there is brisk walking, that is at a higher pace than normal. And thirdly, there is power walking, that is almost similar to jogging. However, our legs are still connected to the ground. Sir.
Okay. Are you aware about Nordic walking?
I'm sorry, sir, but I'm not exactly.
No. Okay. In POSH Act, there are different type of sexual harassments. In name, how many of are there?
So there are 4 crimes that are listed. First is sexual assault, second is penetrative sexual assault, third is sexual harassment, and fourth is child pornography, sir.
Okay, there was in recent times there was one Supreme Court judgment in which Supreme Court asked government to amend the POXO Act. What was that judgment? Have you aware of this thing?
I'm sorry, sir, but I'm not exactly aware about that, sir.
Okay, it was related to child pornography. So why they are just doing it? What kind of amendment they wanted to make in that? They want to change the definition of child pornography. Why is that? Why do we need to change the definition of child pornography?
So I'm not exactly sure, but what I can recall is it was mentioned that any pornographic video where a child is being used, whether naked or not, should be considered child pornography, sir.
Okay. So how can we stop these kind of things? What do you suggest?
So for issues like child pornography, it is essential to ensure that all the enforcement officials that are there and all the cyber officers that are there are ensuring that all the guidelines that are being followed are there. And secondly, sir, it is also necessary that tracking of such criminal organizations that are putting up such videos is also done. Thirdly, sir, reporting of any such cases should be done at a very fast pace. For that, such child helplines are there, like the child line number that is 1098. Such things should be there in place, sir.
Okay, there is one duty to the citizens in POXO Act. What is that duty? Duty to the citizens. Are you aware of this thing?
Yes, sir.
What is that?
Sir, it mentions that any person who gets to know about any such case, they must report it to the police within 24 hours. Otherwise, they would be liable for that, sir.
Okay, what is tribalism?
So tribalism is the process of a particular community or a particular caste or tribe following their own, following the culture of a particular tribe or assimilating into a particular tribe, sir.
Are you a tribal?
Yes, I am a tribal, sir.
How? Justify it.
So I belong to the Meena tribe of Rajasthan, and our culture is quite different from the other people living in that area, because our past culture was from either. So first of all, Meena tribe was considered a criminal tribe during the British period, and later on, sir, from forest area of the Rajasthan region.
It was notified tribe.
So it was a criminal tribe, sir.
What is the difference between notified tribes and criminal tribes?
I'm not exactly aware about notified tribes, sir.
Okay.
And
What is marriage?
So, marriage, as per several definitions, mentions a union between a female and another person, so that the progeny or a child born out of them has all the rights that a society must give them.
Okay. If a child is born out of, like when there is no marriage and there is child, so he or she doesn't enjoy any kind of rights.
So, as per the anthropological definitions, it has been seen that in various communities, a child born out without marriage is not given the complete rights that a child born out of marriage is given, sir. So, based upon that, the definition is there.
Okay. What is your view on same-sex marriage?
So, in my personal opinion, I think that same-sex marriages should be legalized and should be given the confirmation that they are marriages as well, sir.
What are going to be the benefits of this?
So, it will ensure that the same-sex couples that are there, they'll have the ability to adopt children, as well as the provisions of inheritance will also favor them, because currently it has been seen that adoption is not allowed in same-sex couples, as well as there are issues regarding inheritance as well, sir.
But society is not accepting it. How we can ensure that? It is going to create lots of problems in the society. How would you deal with that?
So, whenever a positive change is being brought in the society, so it has been seen that quite a few times the society tries to stop that change from happening. However, sir, we must look into the rights of the people of same-sex couples, because they are also having the right to privacy as well as right to choose a partner for marriage, sir. So, based upon that, and also gradually with the government bringing in laws to ensure that same-sex marriages are allowed, it can the societal perspective can change, sir.
Okay, Amit. What is the difference between international politics and global politics?
I'm sorry, sir, but I'm not exactly sure about that.
Okay. Have you read today's newspaper?
Yes, sir.
What are the three important news you read in today's newspaper?
So first was regarding the verdict of the Arjikar Medical College case. Secondly, sir, it is the first day of the peace deal that has been signed between Hamas and Israel. So these are the two news that I can remember right now, sir.
Okay. What are the demands of Hamas? What do they want?
So the demands of Hamas firstly include the exchange of Palestinian people that have been captured by Israel. Secondly, sir, the withdrawal of the IDF forces from the Gaza Strip is also another demand that is being demanded by Hamas.
Okay, Amit. Thank you so much. Sir.
You were saying very plainly that, Amit, same-sex marriage must be legalized. The entire universe works on the principle of certain laws and order. It is like going against the whole design of the universe.
So
Marriage has, as an institution, emerged in nature. 99.99% things are moving around the idea of two different sexes coming together for procreation. It defeats that idea completely. It is more moving around some kind of sexual attraction rather than taking greater responsibility. What is your take on that? And it was not that big an issue that we have made it in this country.
Sir, regarding that marriage is being between a male and a female to ensure that a progeny is there. So in nature, it has been found as per various species that
How much? And what about human beings? Human beings are different from other species. We have a brain. And if you are applying brain in such a deconstructed manner, where are we going?
So sorry, sir, but I'm not exactly aware about the data. But regarding usage of brain and mentioning that child being born out of a marriage.
How many such people you have seen in your family, around you, the family is living, and even in your community? I think hardly you would have seen 1 or 2%, or not even that. So you understand what is the gravity of the situation.
Yes, sir. So, but the issue is not regarding just having kids. It is rather ensuring that a person must have the right to love someone. And so it is not
For
just
that,
sexual.
for that, you don't need marriage. You can love anybody. You can respect them. You can live together. Right?
So, but they are not getting the benefits that a couple living in a marriage
What
gets.
kind of benefits, please, will you tell me?
So, like the issue of adoption that is there, adoption of a child, they are not being able to adopt a child. Secondly, sir, sharing of health benefits or health insurances is also.
So
another
it is
issue.
necessary to adopt a child. You can have your own child. You know, the children who are raised in such environments where they don't have natural parents, they suffer a lot. I have seen many such people. Does we take those things into account? There has to be a natural bond. There might be hardly few people who might be raising children properly and then giving them some really good values.
Sorry, sir, but I do not agree with that view because, sir, raising a child is based upon the personality of the parents as well as the values that the parents have, and it does not matter on the sex of the parent or the sexuality of the parent, rather than on the values and the care that a parent gives.
I
to the
think it
child.
is easier said than done. To say, you can be very ideal. Practically, things are very different on the ground. You know?
Yes, sir.
And this country has spent 25% of people living below poverty line. That is more important an issue than this issue. That is the problem. You know? So-called people who are considering themselves more intelligent, more intellectual, sitting in the glass ceilings, they think whatever they are thinking is right. They do not know the ground issues, I think. Sorry, I'm sounding harsh, but that is the fact. Now let us move forward. You have worked in the area of child sexual harassment. Give me some tips where we can train our kids and even help parents to make children aware and parents aware that they can be saved from any such situation. Give me 2 to 3 good tips.
So the first step would be to ensure that we make the child aware about good touch and bad touch.
Okay.
So there are 4 parts of our body. Firstly, the mouth. second is the chest area, third is the area between our legs, and fourth is the buttocks.
Okay.
So any person other than our parents should not touch them. And if a child feels any uncomfortable touch or feels uncomfortable being with the person, they should report it back to someone they trust.
Okay.
Secondly, sir, whenever a child is in any issue, it should be ensured that we teach them that they should shout, run, and tell someone that they are close to, and ensure that they are in safety.
A child should come into this position. What kind of parenting would you suggest? That a child is able to easily communicate with the parents, first place.
So for that, it is required that the parents are open with the child regarding talks regarding their safety, as well as any uncomfortable feeling that a child has. Because in several instances, it has been seen that due to the harsh parenting or parents being tough on the child is not able to speak to their parents regarding such issues. Sir.
Okay, good. You are into Indian Revenue Service. You might have been watching things closely. And there are sometimes cases where you have to confiscate some things illegally traded like drugs or something. There we often see some kind of conflict between the IRS and IPS. Sometimes it becomes even ego issue. How to resolve such conflicts? What are the okay? I will ask another question. What are the reasons this thing happen, where the IRS and IPS fight over what you can say, claiming that they have cracked the case or they want the credit?
So, firstly, it is regarding the issue of the domain, sir, because most of the cases regarding confiscation are regarding either drugs, that is based upon the NCRB, or customs. So, in both the cases, sir, it is the issue of domain, because both the IRS officers as well as the IPS officers to a certain extent have their domain in both the regions. So, that is one of the reasons.
So after so many years of these services coming into existence, why we are not able to resolve that?
So, in my opinion, it is because we need a collaboration between both the services. Sir.
Good. Right. See, we were talking about gaming. I think there is lack of restrictions to save children from addiction and other bad things coming out of gaming. Suggest few regulations which you think should be there.
So, firstly, there should be a time limit on the games that are there, because like in several countries like China, it has implemented a rule wherein a person is allowed to only play games for 6 hours in a week for children below the age of 16. So such rules can be implemented to ensure that people are not getting addicted to the game. Secondly, sir, regarding in-game purchases or spending huge amount of money on games, there should be a limit and parental consent should be there, sir.
Right. Now I come to another area. Your mother is a housewife or a homemaker?
So she is a homemaker, sir.
Then why you wrote housewife?
Sorry, sir, but as per the drop-down menu in the UPSC DAF form, it only allows housewife credentials, sir.
Why? Do they have changed the mindset? Is it patriarchal?
So as per what I remember, in 2022, it was homemaker. However, sir, they have switched it back to 2020 housewife in 2023 and 2024.
What could be the reason?
I'm not exactly sure about that, sir.
Homemaker sounds more of a generic term, that's why?
So I think that would be a better term, sir, because it would be applicable to both the parents.
Now I have one or two more questions for you. What is the importance of writers building in the administration of Bengal before independence and after independence?
So before independence, the writers building was the administrative block where the Governor General of Bengal and all the administrative work that was there was functioning.
Why it was called writers building?
I'm sorry, sir, but it has skipped out of my mind right now.
Oh, okay, fine. And what is the importance post-independence? Is it still in use by the administration, or they have developed a new complex?
So earlier it was the place where the CM used to sit and all the official work used to take place. But right now it has shifted to Nabannu and the writers building has become vacant, sir.
You are right. See, they say anthropology is the most humane among all the social sciences. Why is it so?
So firstly, it can be based upon the parameters that anthropology has developed upon, because cultural relativism is an important part or hallmark of anthropology, and it is based upon the concept that any culture must be viewed from the perspective of the person from that own culture, and we should not portray our view of that
It
culture.
means they are studying simple societies which have maintained their purity and chastity of thought, isn't it? As compared to the so-called modern societies which have developed so many distortions. Maybe that is why they are calling it most humane.
So that is one of the reason earlier, but now sir, anthropology does study almost the modern societies as well. But sir, in my opinion, it is more regarding how an anthropologist views the complete society and the culture of that society, sir, because they look it from a very human point.
Name two anthropologists who are your favorite.
So one would be Franz Boas,
Uh-huh.
who was considered the father of American anthropology, and second would be Professor L.P. Vidyarthi.
What is Mr. Vidyarthi's contribution?
So Professor Vidyarthi helped in bringing in several reforms, like the tribal subplan that was there, was brought in through the committees that were set up with Professor Vidyarthi as the head. And secondly, sir,
Had Wherein Elvin played any role in anthropological studies?
yes, sir, Verrier Elvin did play a important role, because sir, Verrier Elvin was one of the few critiques of the theory that G.S. Ghurye had propounded, that we should assimilate the...
What is his contribution to governance?
So, as per Verrier Elvin, and the studies that he conducted and the ethnographic studies that he conducted helped in understanding the youth dormitories that are present in the society. And second,
He was one of the architects of India's first tribal policy.
yes, sir.
Right? Okay, you are a good candidate. Thank you so much.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.